Hello, ma'am. Hello. Hello, ma'am. You able to hear me? Hello. Ma'am, you can share your screen, ma'am.
Lakshmi, go ahead. Lakshmi,
Sir, I think her mic is not on.
voice is not audible, na?
Yes, sir.
PPT also not audible.
Her voice is also not turned on.
Okay.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Hi, ma'am. Now you are audible. You can share your screen, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
But the host disabled the participant screen sharing.
What happened?
Right. అది నేను చేస్తున్నా అవ్వలేదు, ఇప్పుడు అయింది.
Ma'am, now you try to share your screen. Yes. Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Are you visible the PPT?
Hello, it's visible, ma'am. You can start.
Okay, thank you. So now we are going to be discussing with the cultivation practices of grape. So grape scientific name is Vitis vinifera and family Vitiaceae, origin black tube capsiense. And coming to the chromosome number 2n equal to 40. So what is a grape? Generally the word is grape is derived from the old French word. It means bunch or cluster. Whereas in English word it is called as grapple. So generally grape is a temperate resin food, but it can be successfully acclimatized several subtropical countries, and it is used for preparation of different types of products like resins, juice and jams. It contains the minerals like calcium, phosphorus, iron, vitamin B1 and B2. So grapes are mostly cultivated in AP. These are the regions are Mahabubnagar, Rangareddy, Medak, Anantapur, Chittoor and Kurnool districts in an area of 1,676 hectares with a production of 33,520 tons. So generally different types of species in grape we are cultivated in different regions. Those are Middle Asian and Mediterranean region. Mostly we are cultivating the Vitis vinifera species. And North America, Vitis labrusca, it is also called as fox grape, and Vitis aestivalis is called as summer grape, and Vitis riparia, frost grape, and Vitis rupestris, it is called as sand grape. And coming to the Caribbean area, we are mostly cultivating the Vitis indica, and Asiatic areas, Vitis reticulata and Vitis pedicellata. And the muscardina grape scientific name is Muscardina rotundifolia, and little muscardina grape is Muscardina munsoniana, whereas Mexican grapes Muscardina poponio. So commercially, while cultivating the only Vitis vinifera species grapes. So it is also called as European grapes. So the Bangalore brew species is crossed with Vitis vinifera and Vitis labrusca. So Bangalore brew is a variety. It is developed. So generally the genus Vitis is subdivided into two subgenres. First one is the U. vitis and Muscadina grapes. Generally, this U. vitis is also called as Indian grapes. True grapes are Mediterranean grapes, whereas Muscadina grapes is called as American grapes. And coming to the chromosome number, U. vitis is 2n equal to 38, whereas Muscadina grape 2n equal to 40. There are about 60 species in U. vitis group, whereas Muscadina grape it contains only 3 species. U. vitis groups are generally the berries are round and oval shaped, whereas Muscadina grape it is always round and sometimes it may be different in shape. Example of U. vitis is Vitis vinifera, whereas Muscadina grapes are Muscadino grape and Little Muscadina and Mexican Muscadina grape. If you have any doubts, you can ask after completion of class. Varieties of grapes. There are mainly 3 basic colors in grapes, that is green, red and blue to black color. So nowadays we can grow the more than 50 kinds of grapes are currently cultivated. And coming to the another one is the dried seedless grapes. So it is widely used in processing industries, seedless grapes. So the dried seedless grapes is called as resins. So resins are nothing but dried seed grapes. Coming to the cultivars. So example of white seeded, these varieties are very important for exam purpose. White seeded varieties are Anabi Shahi, Bokri and Dilkush. Whereas white seedless grapes are Thompson seedless, Sonaka, Posa seedless and Perlet varieties. Whereas colored seeded grapes, Bangalore Blue, Gulabi, Black Chamba and colored seedless, example is Kismis Shani, Beauty seedless and Flame seedless. So these are some examples of white or green color grapes. So that is Sultana or Kismis. That is in green color, whereas amber color is, and coming to the yellow color. So different colors in different regions of cultivation. Coming to the red color grapes, it is the pink, red and dark red color grapes. And coming to the black color, so almond oil and midnight beauty varieties. So I'm just showing the different types of varieties. Just observe the images of grape varieties. So perlet is a variety. It is also called as little pearl in French. So another one is the sugarcane variety. And Thompson seedless variety. It is very famous and more than 50% of grapes are cultivated through developed from the Thompson seedless varieties. And this one is the Niabel, black color grapes and beauty seedless. So generally it is originated from California. And red globe varieties and ruby seedless. So it is also commercially cultivated at California since 1968. And coming to the commercial classification of grapes, there are mainly 5 types of classification. First one is the table grapes. So table grapes are nothing but we are consuming as a raw. So Thompson seedless, Pusa seedless, Perlet, Beauty seedless, New Perlet, Anabishahi, Bokri, Cordial, Black Muscat, Early Muscat, and Khandari, and Kali Sahibi. These varieties are example for the table grapes only. Coming to the resins, so resins are the dried seedless grapes. So for, particularly we are using only seedless grapes. Thompson seedless, Pusa seedless, and Kishmish Shoni, Black Coriander, Sultana, Muscat, and Alexandria varieties. So among these, we are particularly and popularly use Kishmish Shoni and Black Sultana, Thompson seedless varieties. And coming to the wine grapes, there are mainly two types. One is the table wines and dessert wines. So in table grapes, it contains only highest amount of sugar and lowest amount of acid. Whereas dessert wines, it contains high sugar and low acid content. And juice varieties, Bangalore purple, Bangalore blue, gulabi, pearl of custard, and canning grapes. So for canning purpose, particularly we are using seedless grapes, Thompson seedless, Posa seedless, Perlet, Kanir. And coming to the IIHR released varieties. So please note down these varieties or else you can take the screenshots also. So Arkavati, so it is generally crossed with Black Champa, Thompson seedless. It is mainly used for the resin making. And Arka Conchan, it is crossed between Anabishahi with Queen of Vineyard variety. And Arka Hands, Bangalore Blue with Anabishahi. So it is also used for wine preparation. Arka Sham, it gives the 2 crops per year. And particularly it is grown as South Indian regions. And it is crossed between Bangalore Blue with Black Champa. And Arka Neelmani, it is crossed with Black Champa with Thompson seedless. Arka Shweta, Anabishahi with Thompson seedless. Arka Majestic and Arka Chitra, both varieties are used for the table purpose. And Arka Majestic crossed with Anabishahi with Black Champa. And Arka Chitra, Ankur Kalan with Anabishahi varieties. And Arka Soma, Anabishahi with Queen of Vineyard. And Arka Trishna, Bangalore Blue with Queen of Vineyard. And Arka Krishna, Bangalore Blue with Convent Large Black. And Arka Urvashi, so it is particularly used for tolerant to the anthracnose disease in grape, and it is crossed between her with Beauty seedless. And Pusa Navarang, so it is crossed with Madeline Angavine with Ruby Red. It is a tenturier variety of grape is Pusa Navarang. So generally in grapes, it gives the muscat flavor. It is due to the methyl anthranilate. So generally climate conditions for the grape, it requires hot and dry climates. So which regions are, it contains heavy rainfalls and also high humidity, it is not suitable for the cultivation of grape. So grape is successfully grown at Maharashtra region with the temperature of 15 to 40 degrees centigrade, along with the rainfall is 50 to 60 centimeters. At the time of flowering and berry development, And the cloudy weather, high humidity and low temperatures are not suitable for the flowering and berry development of the grapes. So it favors to spread the diseases in crops. And coming to the soils, so it can be grown at loamy to sandy loam soils. And it requires well drainage facilities also. The pH range is 6.5 to 7.5. So when compared to the other crops, so this grapevine is relatively tolerant to the some extent of salinity and alkalinity of the soils, but is very harmful of higher amount of lime content in soil. And coming to the rootstocks, so different rootstocks are particularly used for the different types of diseases in grape. So these rootstocks are mainly propagated through only hardwood cuttings. So dogweeds can be resistant to the nematodes and salt content and phylloxera disease. Whereas 1613 rootstock is used to resist the nematodes and phylloxera, and ST geogros to resist the phylloxera disease, and Salt Creek, also called as Ramsey, it is resistant to the nematodes and salt content. And another one is the Temple variety. It is resistant to the pyrus disease in grape. So generally in grape, we are propagated through only hardwood cuttings. So the thickness of the stem is 0.7 to 0.8 centimeters. And the internodal length is 8 to 10 centimeters. It contains the length is 25 to 30 centimeters length, the only cuttings we are using. And this cutting is contains 3 to 4 buds. So the cuttings are mostly preferred. So October pruned canes. So mainly in grape, two types of prunings are there: winter pruning and summer pruning. So we are mainly using the October pruned shoots only for propagation purpose. And coming to the spacing, so spacing is generally depends upon the regions, climatic conditions, and varieties. So in Bombay Deccan regions, we can following the single stake trimming method. So for that, we are adopting the 2.5 into 2.5 meters space. Whereas Punjab and Haryana, we can adopting the Niffen system. The spacing is 3 into 3 meters. And Bangalore region, we can adopting the Pandal. So it is also called as Bower system, overhead system, arbor system, and Madhva system. So the spacing is 5 into 6. So Madurai region and Hyderabad region also we are following the Pandal system only. So it is commercially we are using in training system, that is in grape is Pandal or Bower system. And coming to the planting, so we are preparing the 1 meter cube pits, that is 1 meter length, width and depth of the pit, and going for the planting at January or February months. And coming to the manual, so using the Trichoderma, Azotobacter, and phosphate solubilizing fertilizers, 25 grams per plant. And we are adding 10 kg of cow dung and 5 liters of cow urine and 2 kg of black jaggery, 2 kg of ground pulses powder, and handful of soil in 2000 liters of water. So all these are mixed very well in water Then after going for the 7 days in a shade area for the fermentation process. At the time of fermentation, so sorry guys, there is a net problem. I'm coming to the fertilizers. So I can applying the FAM 200 to 250 kgs after summer pruning, and we are going for the winter pruning 200 to 300 kgs. And coming to the cast cake, neem cake, we can also apply the 10 to 12 kgs every pruning of summer and winter pruning. And ammonium sulfate, we can apply in 2 split dosages, that is half kg of 15 days interval. We can apply in the half kg, and then we are going for the half kg. And super phosphate, we can apply in the 2 to 3 kgs per hectare. And urea, so it is applied only after winter pruning, 125 to 250 grams per plant. And potassium sulfate, 3 kgs, we can applying at every 15 days interval. And water requirement of the grape, at the time of germination to up to 40 days, we can apply water per hectare, and we can apply the water in along with the crop growth, you can increase the water. After harvesting, until the summer pruning, can apply in the 20,000 to 24,000 liters of water. So generally, a fully grown vine requires 1,000 liters of water in winter, whereas in summer season it requires 2,000 liters per hectare. So in grapes also at berry development station, the irrigation will be withheld up to 10 days. It improves the berry quality. And coming to the training and pruning methods in grape. Generally, any wine crop, we are definitely going for the training operations. So in this wine grape also, we can accommodate different methods in training systems. So it is easy to operate the cultural operations and plant protection operations, pruning and harvesting can effectively done in when you are train the plants. And coming to the cost benefit ratio of grape, generally we are following the commercial methods of 4 methods of trainings: bower system, telephone system, Niffen system and head system. So among these systems, though we are obtaining the commercial yield from the bower system train plants, the cost benefit ratio is 1:2.09. It is important, 1:2.09. Whereas in telephone system, we just obtained the 1:1.71, whereas Niffen system 1:1.42. And head system is 1:0.96 only. Coming to the training systems in grape, we are following the different methods: head system, Niffen or espalier or cordon system, and another one is the bower, pandal or pergola system, and telephone system, single stem system, white trellis and gable system. So in head system, we are mainly headed back the main stem at a height of 1.2 meters. Then we are permit the lateral shoots or primary shoots. So generally the first primary shoots, it should be allowed at 75 centimeters above the ground level. So we can allow 4 primary shoots at all levels. Later we can allow the 2 secondary branches from each lateral or each primary shoot. So it gives a very bushy shape of the plant. It is particularly used at high density planting, grape vineyards. Then coming to the advantages in head system, it is very easy and inexpensive system, particularly used in high density planting, and easy to operate the cultural operations. So the head system is particularly used for the vigorous varieties. Example, beauty seedless, delight and perlite varieties. And coming to the next system, the espalier, Niffen or cordon system. So in this system, mainly the vines are trained with 1 or 2 shoots that is perpendicular to the main stem and using horizontally fixed wires. You can allow 1 or 2 shoots that is perpendicular to the main stem and horizontally to the ground. So it is also called as four-cane system. The name was given by the Mr. William Niffen. It is first time developed at New York in the year of 1850. So in this system also we can allow the main stem up to 1 meter. Then after the main stem, and we can allow the primary shoots and secondary shoots. Important varieties are particularly for delight, khandari, beauty seedless and perlite. So when we are going for the allowing more than 2 branches or 3 horizontal lines of the plant, so it is a modified Niffen system. So generally in different system, we can allow only 2 branches. But when we are modifying the system, we can allow the 3 branches. The main disadvantages of this different system is the lower branches or lower primary shoots are unproductive after very few years, and the two particularly 1 or 2 years, those primary branches are unproductiveness. And here we can observe the main trunk, and it should be trained on wires, J wires we are particularly using for the staking of branches. And coming to the overhead trellis system or telephone system. So this system is particularly used, templates are suitable for this system. And it is first of all developed with Professor N. Gopalakrishna in the year of 1960 in Pune. So here you can observe the telephone system. In between the 2 iron poles, we are planting the 2 grapevines, the distance of 10 feet. This is the telephone system of grape train. And coming to the single stake system. So in this method, particularly the grapevine is supported with the help of Erythrina indica plants. So in this method also we can grow only single stem up to a height of 1.5 meters. And then we are going for the tip of the main stroke, that it allows the primary and secondary shoots. This is the single stake system. You can also use the bamboo stakes, trellis wires and GI wires. An example of the variety, particularly you are using the Bhokri variety for the single stake system. The spacing of 2.4 into 2.4 meters. And coming to the bower system or pandal, pergola and arbor system. So it is particularly adopted in Tamil Nadu. And in this method, we are using the vigorous varieties like Anabishan 6 into 4.5 meters or 4.5 into 5.4 meters. So generally the main stem is allowed for the growing of 2 to 2.5 meters. So this is the bower system. So the vines are trained on bower system. So in this system also, the main shoot is pinched off when it reaches to the pandals, or when we are arranging the pandals at a height of 2 to 2.5 meters. So in this method, the initial cost for the establishing of pandals is very higher, but it gives the higher yield with the large fruiting area. So in this method, we can allow the 10 shoots per meter square area. And coming to the gable system. So it is, so Y system is nothing but white trellis. So it is developed from the IIHR Bangalore. So in this method, mainly we are using the vigorous growing vines, and particularly it is used at Maharashtra, AP and Karnataka regions. So in this method also, the main stem is grows up to a height of 1.2 meters. Then the The primary branches we can allow for the growing. In between two internodes, we can allow the 30 to 35 centimeters. And wire trellis system. So in this system mainly used for the light interception in between the plant portion, it develops the color of the fruits. So wire trellis consists of vertical poles at 120 to 135 centimeters. So at the height of 120 to 135 centimeters, so we pinched off or headed back the main stem, then it grows the primary arms. So in this method, we can allow only a single pair of primary arms. So different parts of the grape plant. So first of all, the trunk. So trunk is nothing but the main stem of the plant is called as trunk and primary arms. So the main branches arising from the trunk is called as primary branches, whereas in secondary branches, so it is developed from the primary arms or primary branches. So it is also called as cordons. And coming to the head. So head is nothing but where the plant is produced the branches. Those reason is called as head. And coming to the shoot. So it is nothing but the young growth of the herbaceous plant or current season developing arm or shoot. So on cane and spur, so it is very important in grape. So cane is nothing but the matured shoot of the past season growth. Whereas a spur, so spur is nothing but the shortened cane or the part of the cane. So it is particularly after we are pruned the primary arms. So until we can leave only two nodes. So those leafed portion is called as spur. And fruiting spur. So fruiting spur is nothing but it contains only few buds to develop from this the fruiting shoots only. So this is the spur pruned grape varieties and cane pruned system. So here we are observing the trunk portion. So here just observe the spurs. Spur is nothing but the primary arms are headed back up to only 2 to 3 buds. So this is called as spurs. It develops the fruiting branches. So fruiting branches only hang on the main primary branches. The primary arms is called as canes. And coming to the pruning, so generally grapevine is a past season bearer. So it means it's nothing but the fruits are comes from the matured wood of the grape. So there are mainly two types of pruning methods we are following. So that is summer pruning or back pruning, and another one is the winter pruning or forward pruning. So in South Indian conditions, we are following the two methods of prunings, whereas in North Indian, we can allow only a single pruning only. So that is in South India, summer pruning. So mainly summer pruning done in the month of March to April months, and it is followed in Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka and Maharashtra regions. So it mainly facilitates the only vegetative growth of the plant. Whereas in winter pruning, it facilitates the fruiting branches of the plant, and particularly it is used at Andhra Pradesh and Maharashtra, particularly at November months. Whereas in Bangalore, so we are falling at October months. In Tamil Nadu, so winter pruning will be done at December months only. Whereas in North Indian conditions, we can following the pruning method middle of the January. And coming to the number of buds to be retained for the different varieties is as follows. So different types of varieties we can retain only 3 to 4 buds or 10 buds for the fruiting branches. So Bangalore Blue and Bokri varieties, you can retain only 3 to 4 buds. Whereas Gulabi, 10 to 12 buds, and Thompson Seedless, 10 to 14 buds, and Beauty Seedless, Perlet and Cordial, we can allow only 4 to 5 buds. And Anabi Shahi, 4 to 8 buds, Muscat and Panchadraksha, we can allow 5 to 6 buds, and Pusa Seedless is 9 to 12 buds. And coming to the special operations, that is shoot pinching. So it is nothing but it is one of the part of pruning. It mainly promote the fruit bearing branches. So it is particularly done when the main shoot is attains 7 to 8 leaves. So at that time you can allow the shoot is pinched off. So it increases the lateral branches. Another one most important thing is the girdling operation. So it is nothing but the complete removal of ring of bark from the any shoot or trunk, that is 0.5 centimeters. Width of the bark should be removed from the shoots. So it improves the size and fruiting branches in plant. So generally it is done at before blooming, it increases the berry size, and whereas at berry time it increases the size. And coming to the growth regulators, in grapevine we are using the different types of growth regulators for breaking of dormancy and increases the fruitfulness and increases the berry sizes. So those are particularly auxins. We are using the NEA at 20 ppm. It should be sprayed at berry formation stage. So it controls the fruit drop. Whereas IBA, so we are particularly using the cuttings for the propagation. So we are going for the IBA treated cuttings. It's easy to promote the rooting in cuttings. That is 1000 to 1500 ppm. Whereas 4-CPA, that is 10 ppm, we can spray at when the berry size is 3 mm in diameter, and that is, we can allow the first spraying. And next one is the 6 mm diameter of the grape. We can spray the 4-CPA, second spraying. So it increases the thickness of the pedicel. And coming to the cytokinins, so benzyl adenine, we can spraying at 10 ppm at 15 to 16 leaf stage, particularly at April pruning is nothing but the summer pruning. It increases the fruit setting buds in plant. And second one is the 3 to 4 mm of the berry size. We can spray in the second spray. So it increases the berry size in grape. And so we can spray the benzyl adenine along with the GA3. It increases the berry size and also shape in grape plants. So another one is the 4-CPPU. So that is 4 ppm concentration. So when the berry size is 3 to 4 mm, we can spray this and it increases the berry size and it promotes the roundness and shape of the berries. And now down these growth regulators. So triple C is nothing but psychocell. So it particularly reduces the plant growth and increasing the fruiting branches in grapes. Whereas GA3 at 50 ppm, it increases the berry size in plants. Whereas hydrogen cyanamide, it mainly used to break the dormancy in plants. And naphthalene acetic acid 50 ppm, it reduces the post-harvest berry drop in vine crops. And malic hydrazide particularly used to induce the male sterility in plants. And coming to the maturity indices in grape. So grape is a non-climatic plant. So maturity indices, we are following different methods or different specific Brix level and acid ratio. That is for Bangalore Blue, 12 to 14 degrees of Brix, and whereas on TSS our acid ratio is 20:1 up to 30:1 ratio. Whereas Anabi Shahi, we should be harvested berries at 14 to 16 bricks. Whereas Thompson seedless, we can harvest at 18 to 22 bricks. These are also very important for the bit purpose. This is also different maturity stages of the different types of varieties. So this is the Thompson seedless varieties and Pusa Navarang variety, that is Perlet and Pusa seedless. And coming to the yield, so generally grape, it gives the economical yield up to 15 years. So we can obtain from the average 15 to 20 tons per hectare at second to third years. So when the plant is increased, so we can also obtain the more yield from the plants. So after fourth year also we can obtain the 25 tons per hectare. And different varieties also gives different types of yield. It may be varies, depends upon the climatic conditions under the varieties. So particularly in Bangalore Wood and Panchadraksha varieties, it gives the 5,000 kgs per hectare. Whereas Bokri variety, it gives the 4,500 to 9,000 kgs per hectare. And Anabi Shahi, it gives the 1,000 to 15,000 kgs per hectare. So these are the different types of harvesting methods in grapes. We should not harvest like this, and we should not use this type of dirty baskets for collecting of grape berries. So this is the right way of handling of harvesting the grape bunches. After harvesting, spread the single layer of berries on the trays. And also we are using the soft material in the bottom of the berries to reduce the bruising in between the berries. And coming to the bleaching of berries. So mainly at the time of bleaching, so the berries are turned to the brown color because the sulfur dioxide is penetrated into the berries. So then it will turn to the brown color. This main hindrance to the marketability. And coming to the pink berry formation. So it is a main physiological disorder in grape. So it commonly occurred in Thompson seedless varieties and Thasi Ganesh and Sonaka varieties. The main symptoms, you can observe the soft and watery tissues on the fruits. So particular reason for the pink berry formation is when the temperatures are fall in day and night temperatures more than 20 degrees centigrade difference when we are observing climatic conditions, then it will be shows the pink berry formation. We can reduce this, can spraying of 0.2% of ascorbic acid and 0.25% of sodium diethyl or dithiocarbonate. At 15 days intervals, we can reduce this pink berry formation. And another one is the chicken and hen disorder. So it is particularly the deficiency of zinc and boron. In this disorder, we are mainly observing the very short berries and grapevine. Can reduces when we are applying the zinc or boron fertilizers, automatically it can be reduces in grapevine. and another one is a freezing or low temperature injury. So it is particularly observed at storage conditions when the temperatures are fall below the 5 degrees centigrade. So we can observe this freezing injury in grape berries.
Hello.
Yeah, tell me.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am.
So I'm
You
giving
have
some.
more to teach. Hello. You have
Tell
further
me.
slides?
Yes.
Okay, okay. You can continue.
So some of the varieties I will also giving to particularly different states are growing different types of varieties. So please can note down the varieties. In Maharashtra, so in Maharashtra, region of Nasik is called as wine capital of India. Wine capital of India is Nasik. And another one most important one is the Karnataka region. Particularly in Karnataka region, Bangalore Blue variety, they are giving the ZA tag for that Bangalore Blue variety. In AP, we are particularly growing the Anabishahi, Bangalore Blue, Thompson seedless varieties. And whereas Punjab, we are cultivating the Thompson seedless, Black Sahibi, Black Prince, and Anabishahi varieties. Okay guys, class is completed. Now you can discuss with any doubts or any other materials if you want. You may ask now.
So I think ma'am left the meeting. So if you have any doubt, you can ask in the next class. So thank you so much. I'm concluding this meeting. Thank you.